If Tottenham aren't careful, it won't be a rest Harry Kane needs but a change. Talk about fine margins. If Michael Oliver gives a stonewaller at the death and if, 3 days later, Mauro Icardi does not find the sweet spot 5 minutes from time, there probably is no inquest. If Oliver sees Sadio Mane has kicked away Son Heung-min's standing leg and if Icardi scuffs the most difficult of volleys, there probably is no deep scrutiny. If Spurs complete an unlikely late comeback against Liverpool and, albeit undeservedly, draw 2 apiece and if Spurs hold on to their 1-goal lead in the San Siro, there probably is no forensic examination. But while reports of Tottenham's travails may be exaggerated, there is no doubt this run of 3 defeats, if you throw and Watford away, shines a light on issues at the club. Issues not just on the field. The move into the new stadium has become farcical. Spurs dismissed a detailed report from Construction News suggesting it would not be ready until early 2019 and that the club might have to write it off for the season. But they have still not said when it will be operational and must have known a good while ago that a delay was inevitable. And if it was not going to be ready for the start of the Premier League season, they should have been told to play at Wembley for the entire campaign. It was a pleasant but flat atmosphere at Wembley against Liverpool last weekend, so why should Jurgen Klopp's team benefit from playing away in that when Jose Mourinho will have to take his Manchester United side to what might be a far more intimidating venue? With the massive assumption it will be open by January 12, 2019. Never want to miss the latest transfer news or match reports? We've got newsletters sending you the latest from the football world or, more specifically, for Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. Sign up here to receive stories straight to your inbox. Wouldn't everyone in the Premier League want to play Spurs at Wembley rather than at their new base on White Hart Lane? Apart from the threat to the integrity of competition, the stadium saga must have a psychological effect on the playing staff, even if it is only slight. Surely they would like to finally play in a place they can call home, with the advantages that brings. It might give them a physical lift, which would come in handy seeing as though the main observation about this mini-slump appears to be that most of the men at Mauricio Pochettino's disposal are knackered. In many quarters, it was pointed out that 7 of Spurs' starters in their last Premier League match reached the World Cup semi-finals this summer. But while that is true, it needs pointing out Moussa Dembele, Eric Dier and Danny Rose started just 2 games each at Russia 2018. The man who needs a rest most, it is widely suggested, is Harry Kane. But what Kane needed more was the team around him to be freshened up in the summer transfer window. It was not a question of buying for buying's sake and the fact Spurs have not lost any key players is always a plus, considering their recent history. But when Kane signed his 6-year deal in June, he cannot have imagined there would be no new arrivals to bring an extra spark to the squad. This is no time to write Spurs off, the fine margins might be in their favor soon. But in the long term, once the stadium fiasco has finally been sorted, Daniel Levy will need to rethink his transfer policy and Kane will need more world-class support. Otherwise, it will not be a rest he needs, it will be a change.